Good evening, fellas. Coach J. Welcome back to my channel. Listen, fellas, know this, and this is going to be a quick video, at least I will try to make it that. Know that at all times, your woman is watching you, even when you think she's not watching you, okay? She's watching, she's paying attention, she's making mental notes. She's doing all these things at every turn, okay? Understand that. There is nothing that is going to get by your woman, or even somebody that you're just seeing, or even just somebody that's casual. Women pay attention to everything. Most of them do. Some of them are oblivious in their own world. But any woman who is vetting you and seeing if you are potentially somebody that she could see herself with long term, she's going to be watching you like a hawk. Now, this shouldn't scare or frighten any of you because over here we're top shelf men and we know what we're doing. But if you're somebody that doesn't know who he is, you don't know what you want, and you're struggling to find those things out, you could be in for some trouble, or you've already experienced it. I want to give you a quick scenario. I was out getting food with a lovely young lady, with a guest of mine, and the waitress was taking way too long. I told my guest, if she's not back at our table in 2 minutes, we're out of here. 2 minutes came and went, and I said, let's go. We left our drinks there, hadn't even had a chance to order. All that was on the table were drinks. I said, let's go. Walked out, went somewhere else. We were served, and we went on about our night. And in the moment, or after the moment took place, I didn't feel the need to get into it. But I had a mental note to circle back to that and have a conversation with her to reaffirm what I already knew. Okay? So I began to ask her, I said, in that moment, how were you feeling? What did you get from that when we actually got up and left in those 2 minutes? And she began to tell me that she did feel something initially, that she did feel a nervousness and excitement physically, that she was turned on by the fact that I followed through and that I was a man of my word. She was pleasantly surprised, to say the least. All right. Now, understand this. I didn't do that for her. Okay, that moment wasn't a moment of, well, let me show her that I'm a man and I'm going to, follow through on my word. I was just being a man. She just happened to be there to witness me being a man. See, understand this. For you guys, you males who put on a front in front of your women, understand that they can see right through that bullshit. Okay, because at some point you're going to slip up, or she can see through you. And she already knows and she already understands you're only doing the things that you're doing in front of her that if she wasn't there, you probably wouldn't do. In that same scenario, if I was by myself, if I was with my boys, if I was with family, whatever the case may be, I said, we're leaving in 2 minutes if they don't show back up to take my order, and I would have dipped. Same thing. I'm a man in front of any and everybody, and I'm a man when it's just me. When it's just me and myself and I. Understand that. That's the difference. That's the congruency. All right. Once again, her being there was just her being there witnessing what was going to take place regardless. This wasn't a special occasion. This was me just being me. So I want you to understand, we began to get a little bit deeper into the conversation. And what she let me know was that she's been in situations like that where men have said, yo, I'm going to leave. We're going to leave if they don't show back up or whatever the case. And they would just continue to sit there. And mentally she's thinking, are we going to leave? Are you going to be a man in the situation? Are you going to lead me out of here? And those things would not take place. And what would begin to happen is a mental note, a loss of attraction, a loss of respect, all right? Doubt in figuring out, is this guy really who he says he is? Is he really the man that can really lead me into a relationship and into building a life together? Because understand this, something as small as walking away from a table when you're not being served, that's very minute. But if you can't even handle that situation correctly or follow through, let's say we sat there. Let's say we sat there and we had plenty of time to wait, and the waitress came back and I didn't say anything. I didn't give her any energy like I was giving my guests, like, yo, I'm getting a little agitated here. I'm ready to eat. I'm ready to go, whatever the case may be. She's going to remember that. She's going to say, well, you had all these words to say and so much energy when she wasn't here. But now that you can actually do something about it, or at least bring it to her attention, you have nothing to say. Where's the congruency? Where's the through line? And a lot of you men, a lot of you males, you don't have one. And I understand it. You haven't learned it. Some of you are just lazy. Some of you don't want it. A lot of you, and I said this in our conversation as well, you want the treatment of a man, of a king, of a top shelf man, but you don't want the responsibility that's on the flip side of that. You don't want to lead a woman. You want to be in a situation where she figures it out for you, or it just works itself out. We are men. We are creators by design. I've talked about this before. We create situations. We create our own narrative. We create the world that we're currently living in, both out there and within our own homes and our own lives. We create that. And whoever is around us or with us or we're responsible for is going to be witness to that. So if a woman is seeing, can I actually be with this man long term? Do I actually want to be his woman? Do I want his last name? Do I want to have his kids? You better know that she's going to make sure that you're a man no matter what, in any situation. Now, if you don't know what to do in certain scenarios, but you have the, you have the want to, you have the drive to be, you have the ambition to fulfill your manhood. That's one thing. But in a completely separate scenario, or on the flip side of that, if you just want to just kind of coast through life and be another statistic, just somebody in the background, good luck with that. You're going to have a tough time finding a woman who's worth anything to follow you. So understand that. All right. So listen, fellas, run this back. Understand where I'm coming from. Be a man. Your woman, or the woman who you're dealing with, whether it's casual, serious, whatever, she's looking. She's looking to see, are you that man? Are you that guy? Are you who you say you are? And a lot of you are failing in that. It's no wonder you're single. It's no wonder you can't sustain a relationship. It's sad, but it's true. So once again, run this back. Go ahead and share, like, comment, leave feedback. Greatly appreciate it. Consider subscribing. I'd love to have you. Also follow me on Instagram at coachj.topshelf. More information and more content there. I just dropped my logo over there as well, so you can see the new logo for Top Shelf. So listen, next week, birthday week, I'm going to go heavy on the content, even though it's a time of celebration. I'm going to have some time off of my day job. So I'm going to be able to focus a little bit more on the channel. So be on the lookout for that. And as always, be great and be blessed.